Loudmouth News, coming at you from Seattle.
Let's talk about it.
Dozens of marijuana farms have burned.
Wow.
Yeah, evidently the most destructive wildfires in California's history.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me say this. They haven't mentioned that because I'm from California. What I've heard them mention, the major fires in California are destroying a lot of wineries.
They taste like burning.
Wine? Well, why not? I mean,
You know, in that area where they grow the grapes that make the wine, but they don't exist anymore because those fires have literally destroyed them. And now you come along with a story on loudmouthnews.com that says
dozens of marijuana farms burned in California wildfires.
So what does that mean? That's what the market will bear? I mean, the price of edibles or marijuana going to go up because of California?
Thanks, Obama.
Well, I mean, these fires have destroyed hundreds of thousands of acres, thousands of structures.
Right. It was pretty bad.
At least 42 people have lost their lives. I mean, it is definitely a tragedy.
That's really scary stuff.
It is. So it's not just wineries and houses and businesses and, you know, grocery stores and that kind of thing.
Here's a question for you, since you have this story in front of you. You know, the wineries are obviously probably insured. But what about the cannabis industry? Are these cannabis farms insured for devastation like this?
Well, no, they wouldn't be. But here's something that's very, very intriguing. I mean, think about it. What happens when you have a tragedy in Florida or a tragedy in New Orleans or a tragedy
of star-crossed lovers,
or a tragedy with the other fires?
The federal government steps in.
Well, the federal government steps in, but it's not stepping in to help the marijuana farmers. The other thing that's happening is people come together and like, oh, and they do a fundraiser and it's
a bake sale.
Help somebody do something, or, you know, get them back on their feet, or let's help this particular county, and people put in $5, $25, whatever. Well, they put together a fundraiser, and they were just looking for a goal of 25 grand.
Mm-hmm.
After 13,000 had been raised, shut down the fundraiser.
Their 13,000 is better than nothing. They didn't go to the GoFundMe page. They didn't create a GoFundMe page.
They did. Oh. So they did one on You Caring, and then it was shut down because providers like WePay and PayPal,
yes,
they have rules against any business that's related to marijuana. You can't buy weed with your PayPal account or your WePay account or anything else.
Hold my beer.
And so you got to be on your P's and Q's if you have a cannabis farm and then there's a threat of fire, because literally wipes out your farm and then it wipes you out.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess you could still very legally write them a check. It's not illegal to raise money for the purpose, but the process that we've become used to, which is click and pay, there just isn't any way to do that, which comes back to that whole federal banking law.
Yeah, speaking of the banking law, so there is banking laws. How about insurance laws? So the insurance industry in this country is not allowed to insure cannabis farms. What about people who make the soda and the edibles and things like that? Are they doing this, running their business without insurance?
What's a gun doing in your trousers? It's for protection. Protection from what? The Germans?
When I was down at MJAC 2017.
Awesome.
Yeah, the big investment conference down in Los Angeles. There was a company there that was just there to insure dispensaries and grows and processors and so forth. That's kind of their niche. I don't know if it covers fire in California or floods in Florida, but, you know, in theory, the law is designed to protect the rights of citizens.
Right.
But in cannabis, the law has been infringing on the rights of marijuana growers.
Because it's still a Scheduled I drug.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Yeah, it says it's been doing this for well over 80 years. Well, it's definitely been doing it 80 years because it's been illegal for a lot longer than that.
Let me say this right now. You're on a roll right now. You've gone through some major stories on loudmouthnews.com. This is great. They're great. But now I'm really intrigued about this insurance thing. So you had some people down in Los Angeles with
There's
a
group,
saying, hey, we could insure your farm, your industry, your whatever you're doing, edibles or drinks or whatever. We could insure you. Is there a loophole that they figured out? Well, they don't have to worry about the insurance industry, like the federal government coming down on them.
No, I think it's actually backed by a relatively known insurance agency, and it's just a program that's been put together on the side, so to speak.
Perhaps a bunch of private investors who are looking to go that route.
Because people trust advertising icons.
Well, the insurance company is very regulated, so you can't just
right.
go, I mean, you and I couldn't just go out and go, hey,
you know, I got a lot of money.
What are you paying for your car insurance?
Big bucks, big bucks.
Cool, man. Just give me $100 a month.
Give me $100 a month, and I'll insure your farm, right?
Yeah, your farm. Sure, $100 a month. As long as you give it to me. And then, of course, when the farm burns down, they come to us and we're like, hey, man.
Well, you know, some of the states that have legalized the use of marijuana for recreational purposes, it's like the federal government, you know, they step back. They say, we're not going to barnstorm Washington and say, hey, we saw you come out of that dispensary. What you got on you? Throw them on the car, arrest them, and stuff like that.
You want to know why I pulled you over? Littering and smoking the reefer.
I'm just wondering how they're going to handle the insurance industry when these people in California who perhaps had some insurance from this company you were referring to earlier, are they going to get arrested for filing a claim?
No, not
any
at all.
grief that way?
No, none whatsoever.
Wow.
So we talked about California where they're burning down these fields. What we didn't talk about was the guys walking around trying to breathe it in.
Sorry, I probably should be like coming to your rescue. How are you?
I'm not well.
Come on.
I'm just right here. California wildfire. The toxic smoke, cannabis, and your health.
Wow.
Evidently, it's not a typical fire.
No, it's not. You got firefighters out there that are trying to put these cannabis fires out in there. They have those smoke masks.
They've got the
gear.
They're
well protected.
But they're warning people that are going out there and trying to smell the fire.
Right, dude. I know that place. That farm is on fire. Let's go. They all jump in the van and head on out. It's California. I wouldn't put that past Californians, okay?
But the problem is that this fire is so hot that it's essentially melting down the trees, the sap. There's tar, carcinogens, all kinds of...
It's all bad.
Oh, terrible, terrible. Like if you ever been around a house fire or a car fire or anything that gets hot like that, I mean, it is a nasty stench.
I can smell you.
And I don't care if it's, smells a little bit better than that because it's a marijuana field burning. You don't want to breathe it in. I mean, it's terrible for you. And I guess there's people out there that are trying to get close to the marijuana fields to breathe it in.
So they want to breathe it in and... boy, people just amaze me.
This is a 5-gallon gravity bong in this pool.
That's amazing.
I mean, look at we got a picture right here on Loudmouth.
Look at the devastation right there.
Exactly. That's an actual photo of a wildfire toll on a California cannabis farm. And
look at the air.
Volatile chemicals, like formaldehyde and carbon monoxide.
Poison.
Yeah, they'll dissipate by reacting to the trace gases in the air.
That's another thing that the first responders and firefighters have to worry about. Some guy riding around with all his friends. No, he knows about the dispensary there and the farm that's growing there. And dude, we don't have to spend any money. Let's just go and breathe the smoke.
You said this was indo. Smell like outdoor.
Don't do it.
Yeah, and it's even worse than that because you've got benzene, polyclinic aromatic, hydrocarbons, dioxins. I mean, the list is long.
We can give it a movie rating like DG, don't go.
Yeah, I like this word, a bioaccumulator.
Now, that sounds complicated.
Yeah, I think that's something in a Pauly Shore movie.
Biodome. Think that means it goes both ways?
I don't know, but we do.
I got my bioaccumulator.
Dude, let's go, right? So they throw that in the van and they head out to the cannabis fire.
Yeah, they're going to fix the dome.
Just one more thing for firefighters and first responders to worry about.
Eventbrite is pulling some cannabis events from its site, leaving organizers frustrated. For the past 2 years, Michael Zatsev has sold tickets to the New York Cannabis Film Festival on Eventbrite.
You mean marijuana? Yeah. Let me see that.
The yearly event shows off films that span from entertaining comedies to educational documentaries in Brooklyn's trendy Wythe Hotel. This year, Eventbrite abruptly pulled the event from its platform and suspended their account.
Who had the power to do that?
Well, the people that own Eventbrite.
Wow.
They made a decision that they weren't going to continue to...
How come they didn't make the decision a year before? Is this something that just gets out of hand? People get carried away. People get stupid. And
right now, I'm just going to smoke a big 6-paper joint.
Eventbrite is a portal. So if you wanted to put on an event, you could put it up there, and like you could have an event on Facebook or anywhere else. But then it allows you to collect money from people and set up your exhibitors, and it's a way to help aid you in running.
It's kind of like the event in Los Angeles that didn't go wild. It was well thought out. It was put together really well. But apparently, this New York Cannabis Film Festival is a yearly event. But this is it. This is the last time.
Yeah.
That would leave you frustrated. Now what? They're going to come up with something else?
And Zastev is also a career coach who contributes to the Forbes Coaches Council.
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance.
Now what? That's the big question with those people.
Well, he sold tickets to dozens of events with no problem. But last week, he was locked out of his account due to violations of laws surrounding a federally regulated substance. No, it doesn't say that they agree, disagree. It just means they're not going to participate from a business standpoint and from a financial standpoint.
And this is our legal portion of Loudmouth News. So yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Oh,
what's next?
Well, although his account's frozen, he says he has another event listing that's still live on the site.
So he's probably a little shaken up now. What happens to this one, right?
Yeah, I think he probably shouldn't have said that.
Right, I have another one. And they're like, okay, thanks for answering that question that we were about to ask you.
He might not have one anymore.
No, I don't think Michael's going to just give up. I think he sounds like a fighter to me, but he is frustrated.
It's frustrating.
He didn't say he was giving up. He said he was frustrated.
It's frustrating.
Frustrated.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Well, he's got a lot on the line.
But it is New York, and New York has not legalized marijuana, have they?
No, they made the decision that they're not going to allow their site to be utilized for these types of events anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere.
So perhaps we'll do the New York Cannabis Film
Festival. So where's the
Festival.
Yobi guy? Where's the Yobi guy when you need him? Because he can swoop into this thing.
Yeah, he could swoop down on
Those
this guy right here and say, hey, look,
guys.
I'm your Superman. I'm going to solve this issue. I'm going to make this a non-issue in a matter of a month.
I'll make a better event, Brighton. You will never lose your data.
That's right.
We will back it up every 60 minutes.
Well, let's get those two together, okay? And then see if we can solve this issue. And that takes care of the frustration and then leaves those other people who shut him down.
I think Yobi's got enough on their hands perfecting what they're doing and dealing with those.
They won, right? They won. They were the winners in the Shark Tank event in Los Angeles.
Yeah, MJAC 2017.
Wow. Way
Powered
to go,
by
guys.
Canna Broadcast Media.
I think Michael should look them up. Hey, Mike, if you're listening, look them up. They can help you.
Yeah, Yobi. So hold on here. I mean, where did you hear about this?
Loudmouthnews.com. That and so much more. You can find it on the website.
Oh, it is here.
Loudmouthnews.com. Yeah.
This has been a Loudmouth News Break. If you want to hear everything going on in the cannabis industry, then turn into loudmouthnews.com. Let's talk about it.